Hello and happy Tuesday afternoon from the beach here, and we thought we'd just do a little chat about why we do what we do. I got a really nice comment on the video we just put up about the Sprinter project that we're in the process of, and it really kind of made me go, okay, we're on track here, because I really appreciate these kind of comments, and I really, that's what I'm after, is to get these kind of responses, or make sure that people understand where we're coming from. And so why do we do what we do? We started this channel in 2010, and I started out by building a tiny house, and I did all these episodes to show you how to frame it and just really start from scratch and build it up. Why did I do that? Because I wanted to teach people how to build and empower them to be able to build their own home, shelter, place, whatever you want to call it. And obviously the tiny house movement is big, and I think there's a lot of people looking and seeking alternatives in what we have, the American dream here, whatever country you're in, the dream of home ownership and having a place to live, and not having to have a tremendous amount of debt, or not having a burden of trying to afford to have this home. And so empowering you, showing you how, teaching you how to do this, demystifying the process of building your shelter. And so that was our original intent, and then we kind of went on from there, and we did another project, which is what the backdrop is here, which is this small home, and it's a site-built home. We're here on the beach. We're in the Pacific Northwest, Washington State. The water's right over that way through the trees. And we thought, this would be, some people might like the tiny home idea. Some people might want something a little bit bigger. So let's, we're going to do this project, and this is the 24 by 24 house, 576 square feet. And it's a lot more involved than the tiny house project. It's a bigger scale. But the whole intent here was to empower you, to inspire you, to motivate you, to show you what's possible, to take the mystery out of the process of how do you build your own home, and to do it in a economical fashion without having to go into tremendous debt and have a 30-year mortgage. And ultimately what it all really boils down to is to have more time freedom, choice, the ability to not have to work 40 hours a week until you're old and gray, because you have to support all this debt in order to live. I mean, I think people are just really disenchanted with that whole process. It used to be the thing that everybody wanted. We got raised from one generation to the next to, grow up, go out, get a job, start a family, buy a house, stay in debt all, for decades, and then retire into our golden years and have a great time. But that doesn't work for everybody. It certainly doesn't work for me and for Anissa. And so we raised a family. We started down that path. We were in debt. We were working our tails off. We were working full-time jobs with part-time jobs and doing things on the side to make money, to make ends meet. And you know what? It just got to be old, and it got to be a drag, and I got to realize that we got disenchanted with that. We said, hey, this is really not all it's cracked up to be. We need to do something different. Sold our big house, kids grew up, we moved over here, we built a small home, we're mortgage free, we're debt free, we're enjoying our time freedom and our choice. It gives you, if you don't have a home cost of living, a monthly payment and all this other debt, there's a lot of money left over, and we can go do other things. We can enjoy experiences, which I think is far more important. That's where we've gotten. We went from thinking we need a lot of things to thinking we wanted to go experience things. And so I want to read you a comment from a viewer that I just got, and it really, I think, sums things up a lot, and this is really, makes me feel good about what we've been doing for years with this project and this program. And so this came in from John, and I just thank you, John, for responding and articulating this, because I really appreciate it. Thank you to you both for helping to educate all of us in our quest for a better way of living. Please keep up the good work of finding alternative ways of thinking and showing us all an alternative way to survive here on this changing planet Earth. You are at the very forefront of a movement that is increasing day by day. I only wish I was younger. He says he's 66. Yet your videos give me the encouragement and hope that maybe, yes, I still have the strength and energy to do this. I'll look forward to seeing your van project unfold as I consider this to an alternative of building the small home you built for yourselves and thankfully showed us all how to do it ourselves. Thank you, Kevin Coy. John, I really thank you for writing this and giving us this comment, because that's why we're here, to help you see all, differences, alternate ways of doing things, and not just, following in the footsteps of the other generations, because this today is different than it was then. It's not the same as it was back in those days. We have alternatives, we have choices if we choose to try them out. And I think that for Anissa and I, it's been an interesting journey. We went from a 3,000 square foot home to an RV that was about 300 square feet to a tiny home now that is 576 square feet, and we're now about to go start a project in a space that is 84 square feet. What we have discovered, I think, as much as anything, was we don't live in a home. We live out of a home. The home is designed to allow us to accomplish certain things: a place to sleep, place to eat, place to get cleaned up, place to, get out of the elements. But it's also, the smaller the home, the more time you spend outside the home, enjoying being outside and the activities that you can go out and do. It also allows us, because we have shrunk the footprint of our home to such an extent that it distills it down to the essence of what it is designed to do. And if you go to other countries, you'll find that, and we've done this in the last year or two, they don't have big homes in other countries. It's not about a big home. It's about a functional home. And it can be an aesthetic home, but it doesn't have to be a giant home with a lot of debt and maintenance and upkeep and all the things that are associated with that. We took our utility bills from $300 a month to $30 a month when we did this. It's an amazing difference in the financial burden that comes with a home like this versus a much larger home and a mortgage that you seem to never get out from under. And so I hope I inspire you. I hope we nudge you into, trying out some alternative ways of living, to explore and think about the possibilities of having a different way of doing things that doesn't require you to work the majority of your life in order to maintain or own or be able to be a part of, so that you have the time in your life to go out and do the things that you would prefer to do besides servicing debt all the time. And so it's completely unnecessary. I hope that you learn from this. I hope that the project that we're starting empowers you, and that you see that there are other ways to do things, and encourages you and takes kind of the scariness out of what's possible for you. And so that's why we do what we do. And I appreciate these comments. Keep them coming. We have a website. It's called selfreliantlife.com. We have some products there that we've developed out of these projects. If you're interested, it's for do-it-yourselfers. It's to save time, save money, empower you. When I was a kid, I grew up in Los Angeles, and I didn't learn skill sets that I have today there. And it wasn't until I was in my mid-20s, when we moved with our young family up to the Pacific Northwest, that I started learning construction and building and some of the skill sets that I've gained today. And I, what it's done for me is allowed me to have a lot of confidence, a lot of capabilities, and be able to go out and take care of myself and not have to be reliant on other people and the cost associated with having to hire other people for those things. And we build a lot of things. I kind of learned that I'm just a maker. I make things. I enjoy the process. I like making noise and sawdust. We build a lot of projects around this particular place that we've developed up. We've got small, sheds and buildings and greenhouse, the house itself. We built chairs. A lot of these projects are available on DVD and in plan sets and stuff on our website if you want to go take a look at that. But it's really about, you know, empowering you, having more skill sets, having to be less reliant on other people, more reliant on yourself, empowers you. That's what we're all about. We hope that that's why you stick around, that's why you subscribe and hit the bell so you find out when our next video is coming out. And we hope you're as excited to see the possibilities as we are. So with that, I'm going to let you go, and we'll see you out there on the next video.